Now, your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
Happy Friday. We did through this week make that transition out of July into August, and our final days there of July, Monday through Wednesday, did put some more numbers on the board for that precipitation. As mentioned yesterday, over 12 inches for the month of July. But here as we rolled into August, we have dried those conditions out. Now what we are watching is that we have some brighter skies taking over. This was a look even as we were rolling into the early afternoon. Some of that breakup of that cloud cover bringing us under some gorgeous sunshine. This is just south of Juneau. Now, what we'll note is that we are dealing with what is going to be a very strong high pressure system. There are a few lows that are going to be lifting into and have a little bit more northeasterly direction due to this high going to kick those low pressure systems north of the panhandle. So more of that blue sky is expected to continue here in our forecast. So we'll say thanks to that high pressure system as we have a few days where we are finally going to break up some of this rainfall. I'll let our river levels ease a bit as well. As mentioned, we're watching some of those river levels along the Suicide Basin, as typically the main release does come sometime between this month and into September. So those conditions will be monitored. Now we are seeing that Saturday's almanac here, high or morning low starting at 47, so slightly below normal. But with that sunshine, we should be able to bring above normal temperatures. Note that records for this time of the year generally sit about the lower 80s. We're not going to get to record potential, but we're going to climb towards those 70s as we are talking some above average temperatures in place. High tide for Saturday will be at 12:48 in the morning and then at 2:03 into the early afternoon. We roll throughout the day dealing with a beautiful blue sky, some passing clouds, light winds. Note that with those light winds that can allow for some of that morning patchy fog, so staying wary of some spots that might be a bit more dense. That cloud cover though breaks up and allows for that warming sunshine again to allow for us to climb above average. We are sitting at 16 hours and 16 minutes of daylight here for our Saturday. 4:55 is our sunrise and 9:11 is our sunset. We roll throughout the day seeing much of the panhandle climbing above normal, at least hitting those 60s with that abundant blue sky. Into our Sunday will be our first chance at starting to stack up some of that 70-degree weather, even looking at building all the way through Haines. And note that our average sits at about 64 degrees, and again, record is lower 80. So we're in between what's average, but not dealing with record warmth. However, what we're going to see is that these above normal temperatures aren't only going to be in place here through the weekend, but potentially dragging that above normal temperature trend through the middle of August. And with that is drier than normal conditions as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on how dry we continue to stay, as again, we always want some rain from time to time, but this time period is going to definitely let us dry out, as once we hit that lower 70-degree threshold, we are seeing that we're going to be underneath a bit of a broken record weather pattern where it's all about that sunshine and watching those high temperatures continue to climb to the 70s.